Let me just take a few moments and give every mom watching this video right now a huge pat on the back. Not only did you successfully carry a baby for 10 lunar months, you also grew an organ, this placenta, that nurtured and grew with your baby for the entire time. The fact that a woman can grow an organ is a very unique ability, and it is something special. Hello moms and dads, and welcome back to Nurse Onyi Teaches. My name is Onyi, and today's video is the last installment in a 3-part series covering labor and delivery. If you have not done so already, make sure you go back and watch parts 1 and 2 so that you can get caught up on where we are here in this series. Now, once a woman delivers her baby, a lot of them, especially first-time moms, take a deep breath like, I am done. Yes, you have delivered and completed the most difficult part of this journey, but you are not completely done yet. You still have to deliver an organ known as the placenta. Now, once a woman delivers her baby, this uterus that stretched out to the size of a watermelon during pregnancy immediately shrinks down to about the size of a soccer ball. When this decrease in size occurs, the placenta, which nourished your baby and took away all the waste products while you were pregnant, immediately detaches from the uterine wall. Your doctor or your midwife who is aware of this will massage your uterus to make sure that the placenta comes out in its entirety. It is vitally important for this organ to be removed completely, because if parts or pieces of it are retained in the uterus, it's very hard for the uterus to contract and remain firm. And a uterus that is not nice and firm increases the chances of something known as postpartum hemorrhage. Postpartum hemorrhage is something we want to avoid here because we don't need mom losing unnecessary blood. Once your baby is born, your doctor may have you give small pushes, not like the pushes that you were given when you were pushing your baby out, but a much lighter, easier push to make sure that the placenta delivers itself. It's important that you don't get the placenta pulled out of you, because if it's pulled, then the chances that it will tear and fragments get retained is higher than if it's just allowed to go through the process naturally. Now, there are many things that can be done with a woman's placenta once it's delivered. The doctor will examine the placenta, make sure it comes out in its entirety, and if a woman chooses not to keep it, 2 things can be done. It can either be disposed of by the facility, or it can be sent off as a donation for use in various types of surgeries. If a woman chooses to retain the placenta, she can take it home. I've seen families choose to plant a tree in honor of the baby that was born. A lot of South American cultures like to do this. Other cultures will take the placenta and actually cook it and eat it. And then in some other parts of the world, they will grind it and make like a cream out of it so that they can apply it to wounds. Like if a mom delivers by C-section, they will take it and apply it to the C-section wound. Or if mom is experiencing bleeding or cracked nipples, then they will use the cream from the placenta to apply to the nipple to help it heal faster and better. It is very important for you to ensure that your placenta is not infected. If the placenta is infected and you grind it and apply it to an open wound, such as a C-section wound, then there is a chance that you can cross-infect yourself. If you apply it to your nipple and you are breastfeeding your baby, you can give your baby an unfortunate infection. Make sure that you didn't have any pre-existing conditions while you were pregnant that can increase the likelihood of you taking an infected placenta home. Let me just take a few moments and give every mom watching this video right now a huge pat on the back. Not only did you successfully carry a baby for 10 lunar months, you also grew an organ, this placenta, that nurtured and grew with your baby for the entire time. The fact that a woman can grow an organ is a very unique ability, and it is something special. If you have not done so already, make sure you give yourself a round of applause, because you have the unique gift and talent to create and sustain life. Now, while the doctor is sitting there tending to mom, if you had an episiotomy, stitching it up, from the moment your baby is born, which is 0 minutes old, till your baby is 60 minutes old, that period is considered the golden hour. And during the golden hour, something so precious happens, and this is where a mom can bond and begin to get familiar with her baby's scent, and her baby becomes familiar with her scent. This period is known as skin-to-skin bonding, and it can facilitate things like regulating your baby's heart rate. It can help you to regulate your baby's temperature. Remember, your baby is coming out of a very warm, enclosed space into a very cold, noisy, unfamiliar world. The fact that your baby is taken in and placed directly to the skin on your chest helps your baby listen to a heart rate that it has heard for 10 lunar months. It's familiar with you. Whether you know it or not, your baby knows who you are, mom. And then you can also begin to breastfeed your baby in this position. Ask your nurse or your midwife if you are unable to, or you feel really sore or numb, and he or she can help you latch that baby on if breastfeeding is the option you've chosen for your family. Now, if skin-to-skin bonding is not possible because mom had a C-section, or there are other conditions that mom has to deal with in the immediate postpartum period, this is where partners can step up. Dad can do skin-to-skin connection with the baby too. Just make sure that he or she is bare chest, just like mom would be, and lay baby directly to their chest. You can also help to regulate baby's temperature, and children of newborns thrive on human touch. So that opportunity gives you not only the satisfaction of meeting someone who is precious in your family, but gives your baby the chance to begin to know your partner as well as know you too. Now, if you have learned something in the context of these 3-part series, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you are made aware of every time I upload a video. Make sure you join us as we build this community of learners, and if you have any questions or concerns, leave them for me in the comment section, and I will either address it directly to you, or I will create a new video, because believe it or not, your questions may also be some other mom's question in the world. Thank you all for joining me, and until the next video, be blessed.